As we've discussed in the past with Himalayan paintings and Tibetan paintings, Bhutanese, half or more of paintings are most likely created in sets. And what I'd like to do here is just to introduce a painting that I think is quite unusual. It belongs to a set of approximately 15 paintings. We don't know for sure because there's only 5 from this set that have been identified. And the remainder location is unknown. But it's a set of the Druptap Gyatso. Druptap Gyatso is akin to the Sadhana Mala or the Sadhana Samgraha, collection of initiation texts and deities, really that goes back to the 11th century. Now how much earlier than that, I don't know, but basically what it is it's Indian and Tibetan and Himalayan teachers who compile all of the popular and considered variously popular and important deities into a single text to make it easy for giving the initiations and creating the liturgy, the actual sadhana, the meditation text for each practice. So what I want to look at is one painting out of this group of 5 because it has such an interesting central figure. It has a Shri Heruka Manjuvajra, and the figure is semi-peaceful, semi-wrathful. It's a form of Manjushri. It has 8 faces, 16 arms, 4 legs, embracing a consort, red in color. Both are red, and standing on the 4 maras. And the 4 maras are in the guise, in the appearance of the 4 Hindu gods, Brahma, Indra, Vishnu, and Shiva. And yes, if some of you are thinking that this sounds similar to Hevajra, then yes, it is. And it's very likely that this is originates out of the Hevajra Tantra or the Vajrapanjara or something akin to that, because the similarities here are too close together, especially when you hear the name of the consort. The consort here is called Nairatmya, and Nairatmya is the consort for Hevajra also. Now, if you're not able to count exactly the 8 faces, it appears as though there's 3 main faces, then 3 above, and then a single face at the very top. But if you look at the far right of the faces, our right, then you'll see that on the proper left side, our right, there's actually 2 faces pointing to the side. So this is a very unusual form. There are many, many different versions of this Druptap Gyatso. This happens to be a Drukpakagyu version out of Bhutan. It's based on a text which was originally edited by the 9th J. Kempo Shakya Rinchen, and he lived between 1710 and 1759. And then a little detail on the text says that it was compiled later by Lopan Yunten, who was born in 1927. But the thing is, though, that would be minor editing and the addition of some extra short text, because the Druptap Gyatso has between 140, 150, 53 texts, depending on the edited version, based on the original Indian translations done between the early 12th and 14th century, 13th century, with a fellow named Trokpa Gyaltsen. No, not related to the Sakya Trokpa Gyaltsen, but another Trokpa Gyaltsen who brought in the Druptap Gyatso in the form we mostly know it as today. Now, the figures that are surrounding this Heruka Manjuvajra, they are other forms of Manjushri plus an Achala and then some Taras. Now, the reason we have that is because in this particular text, there's actually 23 different Manjushris described, and this is the end of the Manjushris. So there's going to be possibly 3 paintings of Manjushri, but this is the end of the Manjushris, and at the very end of the Manjushri in this text is Achala. And then after Achala, then we begin the Tara section. And the Tara begins with green Tara, along with Marichi and Ekajati. Then we have a second green Tara. Then we have two forms of white. So we're starting to get into the Taras. So there will be another 3 paintings of Taras following this composition itself. Anyway, this is just a little introduction into painting sets, plus this very unusual Heruka Manjuvajra form of Manjushri, a tantric form, and this one is an Anuttara Yoga form. But I can't tell you for sure exactly what is the source tantra for this particular image. So you can press like, you can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon, and you can make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.